You finally did it. You hit all those targets and you're finally a Twitch affiliate. What do you do next? Let's talk about it. Now, almost 2 years ago, I created a video on this very same topic, but since then, both Twitch and my channel have changed quite a bit, so I thought I would do a quick refresher on the current Stream Manager and Stream Dashboard in order to better help everybody who, relies on that video. That video is extremely popular, and I created it right on the cusp of when Twitch was doing its redesign, so a lot of the elements and the sections of the dashboard have been moved or changed, so I think doing an updated video would be super helpful. And now, as much as that original video was helpful, something that's even more helpful is today's sponsor. Own.tv is your one-stop shop for everything streaming, whether that's overlays, alerts, panels, emotes, badges. With Own.tv, everything is very easy to use and easy to set up, but everything is also modular, so if you'd like to take a little bit of that extra time to create a more unique setup for your stream, it is very easy to do. If you want to spice up your stream with some premium designs and seamless animations, check out the link in the description. Using that helps support the channel. You can also use code CADEC for 50% off all products on the Own.tv store at checkout. And without further ado, let's hop into the creator dashboard and talk about all the different sections and what they do. First things first, in order to get to creator dashboard, you just go ahead and click on your picture in the top right hand corner and you go ahead and go to creator dashboard. So when you first launch the creator dashboard, it's going to direct you to the Stream Manager. Now the Stream Manager has gotten a major facelift since it originally launched, and I believe it is even more useful than it used to be. One of the best parts about the Stream Manager is the fact that you can save multiple profiles or layouts, and I find this super helpful because sometimes I like having my Stream Manager on one half of the screen by pressing Windows and left or right keys, and if I have a full layout, it doesn't look right. So I can save a layout specifically for when I'm using it on half my screen, and then I can have another layout for when I use it on full screen. Now on here, you'll see a bunch of modules. If you don't have the same modules, that's not a problem. All you do is you go up here to the little button and you go to edit. Now from edit, you'll see a little plus icon here on the right-hand side, and that will have any of the panels or stats or whatever that you're missing. You can go ahead and add these and they'll bring them over. If you remove one, it'll be added over here so you can add it back. And you can use this now to rearrange stuff. So say I want my predictions to be a little bit larger. I move them over here and I can rearrange. Now I don't actually use the Stream Manager itself all that often. I actually did a video where I pulled all the elements of the Stream Manager that I do use into OBS using docs. I'll leave a link in the description and up here so you can go ahead and check it out. The Stream Manager, however, is an incredible tool, and if you aren't using the dock method that I talk about, I highly suggest having this up on some kind of monitor or a spare laptop or what have you. If you are going to use the Stream Manager, one thing I highly suggest you do is customize this quick actions section, and the reason for that is that it allows you to do a lot of really great things very quickly while you're streaming. I personally use the clip that button a lot. This button is great out when you're not live, but when you're live, it basically marks a section of your stream. So say you want to go ahead and clip something later, or you want to mark that time so that maybe you can share the broadcast at that particular point, it'll mark that on there for you. You can go ahead and check it out later. It makes clipping things a lot easier post-stream. Now next up is the insights, and the first area of the insights is your analytics. Now the analytics is going to show you your average viewers, followers that you've gained in the last 28 days, subscriptions, revenue, all that kind of stuff. By default, it's going to show you the last 30 days. You can go ahead and you can change that to specific months. You can create your own custom. So say I wanted to do the last 90 days or just under 90 days. You can do that as well. It'll tell you the breakdown of your revenue based on subs, bits. It'll tell you the split of all your subs. Majority of your subs are going to be tier 1, usually from Prime. And one of the things that I actually find most helpful, because I don't really make much money from the Twitch channel, but I do like having it provide stuff to people, is giving them the emotes. And I like seeing which emotes are being used. I like seeing how often they're used outside the channel, more importantly. And the reason I like looking at how they're used outside the channel is, maybe there's a couple of emotes that barely get used outside the channel. or maybe there's an emote that gets used a lot by certain people, but it's at a higher tier, and we'll get to that later. I'll try to rearrange where those emotes are so that more people have access to them. Also, it helps me when creating ideas for new emotes. What kind of things do people like using, which kinds do people not like using, and kind of using that to create new emotes going forward. It also gives you a breakdown of where your views came from. So if you're getting rated, if you're being linked from somewhere, if people are going right from their subscription page on Twitch, this will give you a really great breakdown. It'll tell you what kind of channels people have in common, like your viewers have in common. It'll give you a breakdown of the games that they're watching. It'll show you your top clips of the time period that you selected, and it'll tell you how your go live notifications perform. All in all, the analytics page is one that you'll probably come back to the most often, as it helps you kind of get an idea of how your channel is performing and how to improve it going forward. Now, the stream summary is basically a more detailed drill down on a particular stream. Now, this can be super helpful if you want to get more detailed information on a particular stream, especially one that maybe performed really well or one that performed really poorly, and you want to figure out how to improve that or how to keep that engagement. If I do have a particularly good stream, I actually usually like to screenshot this page and share it with people to thank my viewers for all of the support, or a big raid or something like that. And it'll also show your next achievement, which if you're an affiliate, it's going to be the path to partner, and getting those views, nearly impossible for me. But this is where you would go to look to see your progress. Now, if you've reached affiliate, you probably also already know the achievements page, because that's where you would see your progress on the path to affiliate. But the achievement page also has a lot more information that is very useful after you become affiliate and even after you become a partner. And that information that's important is the unique chatters happening at the same time, and that gives you more VIP badges to give out to people, which I find really helpful. It's a really good way to give people who are loyal to your channel and who spend a lot of time in your channel something to show and have that proves that they do that. VIP badges are a really good way to basically reward certain people. You can do it as a channel point redemption. You can do it for people that gift a certain amount of subs. You can do it however you'd want to with VIP badges, but I think they're a really great way to show some kind of appreciation for people who support you. Now, if we move to the community and we go to the roles manager, this is where you're going to assign those VIPs. This is where you're going to assign moderators. Super important that you make sure that you assign whatever bot you're going to use as a moderator. And I highly suggest that you choose your moderators, be a little bit more picky with them. And if you're going to assign an editor ever, you don't have to, but if you ever do assign an editor, you have to be extremely trusting of that person. But it's very easy to do. You just go ahead and add new. You can search someone's name and you can go and add them. So let's say I'm going to add my dad's account. I think that's it. Yep. You can add him as a mod, a VIP, or an editor. And you'll see that it'll tell me how many VIP slots I have available based on that achievement that we just talked about. Now, the affiliate section is one that's going to be new to you if you just hit affiliate. Now, the whole onboarding section is going to be entirely up to you for you to do. So go ahead and make sure you have that done. And then from here, you can have a lot more fun and customize a lot of stuff that you get with affiliate. So the first thing here is these subscription names. Now, this is where you can basically give each tier a name. These don't come up all too often, and you're not going to see them plastered everywhere. So you don't have to focus too much on these, but you can customize them and they are there for you. Now, the emotes have been moved, so we'll go over that after. Now, next up is subscriber badges, and this is one that I suggest you invest a little bit of time into, kind of customize it, make it represent you as a channel, as a person, as a personality. And it's very simple here. You can go ahead and set up badges for however many months somebody is currently subscribed for, so they will unlock based on your longest subscriber. So as you see here, my next badge is going to unlock on May 27th because someone's finally going to reach that next 5.5 year portion. Now, unfortunately, I don't know why, but the badge section on Twitch doesn't have the same resizing feature that the emote section does, so you have to save 3 versions of each badge 18 by 18, 36 by 36, and 72 by 72. I don't know why they don't have a resizer, but whatever, not a big deal. Next thing is a little badge flare, so you can go ahead and add flares to things based on if they're a tier 2 or a tier 3. Again, as you were able to see earlier, I don't have any tier 2s or tier 3s, so this doesn't get used very often, but you are automatically a tier 3 subscriber for your own channel, so this will show up on your own badge. So if you want to show it somehow, choose whatever you'd like. Now we get to the fun section, the viewer rewards. Now channel points are something that are very popular in my channel. Everyone that comes into my channel really enjoys using them, and the reason for that is I've made them basically a way for them to torment me. So the first thing is going ahead and creating what you want your points to be called. You can call them whatever you want. By default, they're just channel points. They will have a default image. They will have a default name, just channel points. Now, if you want to customize it for whatever you want it to be, you can go ahead and add a name, and again, add your images, and it'll show you what they're called and what it's going to look like on the bottom corner here. Now, this part is the meat and potatoes. This is where you're going to go ahead and set up all of those rewards. You can do community challenges, which are really cool. It allows people to pool together points to get a greater common goal. So say you're going to do a cooking stream. If people go ahead and submit 100,000 channel points, you can allow everybody to go ahead and they can basically pool their channel points together to redeem this reward. You can do a giveaway or something like that as part of that as well. It's a really fun way to do things. I haven't done too many of these. I've only done them once, but it is a fun way to, promote some more interactivity on your channel. Now, the default rewards are ones that you'll probably see on almost every channel that you go into. It allows people to highlight messages, unlock a certain emote, message and sub only mode, stuff like that. You can change the costs of all of these just by clicking on it. You can change the cost. I have them on smart cost for everything. So what smart cost does is it basically auto adjusts the reward based on how many channel points are currently out there between everybody. Again, like the subscriber icons, unfortunately these you have to upload the 3 different sizes instead of having you upload one and it just resizes it for you. I don't know why, but what have you, and it shows you what it's going to look like. Now, as I mentioned, people really like to torment me on my streams, so the curls and the squats and taking a shot are very popular ones on my stream. And if you want to go ahead and add a new one, you just go ahead and add a custom reward. You can name it, give it a description. If your reward is going to be something that requires someone to say something, so say for my Ask Me Anything, they have to ask a question, you can make them put in a piece of text there, which is super nice. You can do the cost. Again, you got to upload your image. You can choose whatever color it's going to be. You can make it skip the queue, so it's always going to appear at the top. And you can give a cooldown of limits. So, for example, I'm not a bionic man. I can only do 100 squats per stream without my legs feeling like jello for a week. So I have it limited to 10 redemptions per stream. You can limit it per stream as a whole. You can limit it per stream per user. So, if you want to do Ask Me Anything, it's limited 1 per user per stream. So if 5 different people want to ask you a question, they can do that. But they can only ask you once. Or you could do 1 per stream and only 1 person will be able to ask you that for the whole stream. Pretty straightforward. Channel points are something that I also suggest you invest your time into. It is a really, really, really good way to promote interactivity on your streams. You can get very creative with them. You can link them with lights. You can link them with OBS to make OBS do certain things. Nutty has some great videos on that. If you want to check out his channel, I will link it in the video description. But channel points are a really good way to promote some interactivity between your viewers and yourself. Now, the emotes section has gotten a major overhaul since I last did the video, and this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to do a new video. And the most important thing is that there's now a library. So you can go ahead and you can add emotes to the library. You can add as many as you want, and you can assign them to sections in your channel. They've also since added animated emotes. They've added follower emotes. So this whole section has changed quite a bit. And the emote section, I think, has the best uploads available. So you can do a standard emote and see It'll auto resize things for you. I don't know why the other sections don't have this, but you can go ahead and upload one image. It'll auto resize it for you. You create the name for it and it'll show you what it's going to look like. This is a really awesome tool. So let's go ahead and add one. What do we want to do here? Let's do Charlie. Oh, not a square picture. Charlie 112. There we go. And now you can see that it auto resizes everything for me. It shows you what it looks like on dark and light themes, and then you would go ahead and you would enter what name it's going to be. So let's say Kadak Charlie. We're going to upload that, and now you'll see that here. So if someone wanted to put that into my chat, they would put Kadak Charlie and it'll show up. Now let's say I want to assign that to the follower emotes. So I would go ahead and click on that, and the slot assignment down here on the bottom, you just go to none, and we're going to assign it to followers. So now my followers can use that only on my channel. So follower emotes only get to be used in your channel. Now what I suggest you do is, if you're like me and you don't have, or you don't perceive that yourself getting tier 2 or tier 3 subs, create these emotes more for yourself, ones for you to use, because you're going to be the only person that can use them. And then make sure that all the tier 1s are ones that you feel like other people are going to want to use the most. So that's what I've basically done here. I've done some very simple word ones, some, pictures out of certain streams. I drew this one live on stream as like a little celebration thing. It was pretty fun. I created these animated ones relatively easily. So these ones are actually made with the very simple animate tool in the Twitch emote uploader. So you can go ahead and click on this easy animate, and let's go ahead and choose a picture. We'll do Charlie again. And you can choose animations. So we can do like a shake, so it'll shake Charlie's face around. They have a few options here, and they're relatively simple. And so I use that for some of these. I am planning to make a video where I can show you how to easily animate a lot of these on your own, and I would create a template for you. But that'll be coming sometime in the future when I get that all smoothed out. The emote prefix is going to be your channel name, so just keep that in mind. And then the bit tier emotes are something that are going to be based on, people who donate bits. So once they hit one of those tiers, they will be able to use that emote. Again, these are going to be available to you no matter what, because you're the channel owner, so you can use these as much as you'd like. But keep in mind, you want to try to get the ones that will be used the most often at the lowest tier so that more people can use them. And for both the subscriber emotes and the bit tier emotes, that'll show you the progress that you'll need to get to in order to unlock more slots. So for me, I need to get to 50 subs to unlock a new standard and a new animated. For the bit tiers, I need someone to cheer at least 50k, and it'll unlock these 75k. Now, drops are great. It's a really good way to pull people into watching your channel. I know a lot of people, when Valorant, for example, was doing the drops, that was a way that a lot of people got really big viewership out of nowhere, because if you had drops enabled, people were just willing to watch your stream just to get the drop. And then sometimes they ended up liking your stream so much that they stuck around, they followed, maybe even subscribed. So you'll be able to see all of the open campaigns here. Some games or companies require you to sign up as an affiliate with them before drops will be assigned to you. There's a whole different thing. You can go ahead and click the Learn More button to learn more about how drops work, but they are a really good way to reward people for watching your channel. And that's it. I hope this updated video was very helpful for you. And if you did find it helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you like, subscribed. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. Congrats again on hitting affiliate. Big thanks to my patron sponsors, Step Back and Thought Slime. And thank you for watching the end of the video. As always, stay safe out there, and I'll see you next Friday.